What if the cameras next door weren't just watching, but recording things that never happened? Footage showing something moving through your home while you sleep, leaving nothing behind but questions. The first hint was subtle, almost missed. Just a glint of metal in the late afternoon sun, reflecting from the corner of the miller's new neighbor's house. It wasn't a decoration, it was the lens of a security camera, angled with unnerving precision directly across the street, aimed squarely at their own front door. Sarah, watching her daughter Chloe play in the yard, felt a prickle of unease she couldn't quite place. Her husband Mark dismissed it as neighborhood watch overzealousness, but the unease grew. More cameras appeared. One by the neighbor's side gate pointed at their kitchen window, another high on the garage wall, capturing their back patio. They weren't just watching the street. They were framing their home, every room visible from some angle. The neighbor, a quiet man named Mr. Henderson, who never spoke, seemed to be perpetually present behind his curtains, his gaze fixed on their house. Mark tried to rationalize, but the constant, silent observation felt invasive, predatory. The tension peaked during a stormy night. Thunder rattled the windows, and lightning illuminated the yard. Mark, unable to sleep, glanced out. He saw it, not Henderson. A shape, darker than the night itself, moving fluidly across their lawn, passing directly under the neighbor's camera's gaze. It was gone before the next flash. Mark told himself it was a trick of the light, exhaustion. But when he checked the neighbor's security feed online, a public feed Henderson claimed showed the street, there was nothing. Only rain-slicked pavement and empty darkness. Driven by a mixture of fear and morbid curiosity, Sarah and Mark waited until Henderson was away. Using a borrowed ladder, Mark carefully disabled the most intrusive camera, the one aimed at their daughter's bedroom window. Later, using recovered footage software on a damaged hard drive they found Henderson discarded, they began to watch. The footage wasn't days old. It was years of their own home, captured from angles that shouldn't exist. They saw themselves moving through the familiar rooms, laughing, arguing, celebrating birthdays. But woven through the mundane were moments that fractured reality. There was footage of their living room, empty, yet shadows seemed to stretch and coalesce like grasping fingers before dissolving. There was video from their kitchen at 3 a.m., showing a tall, indistinct figure standing silently by the refrigerator, its features a shifting blur, completely invisible to the sleeping couple just feet away. The figure never moved, never interacted, just existed. The most terrifying sequence showed their own bedroom, deep in the night. Sarah and Mark lay motionless, asleep. But over their bed, a form materialized. It wasn't solid. More like a patch of cold, distorted air, darker than the surrounding gloom. It drifted silently down, hovering just above their faces for what felt like an eternity before sinking through the mattress, vanishing without a trace. Footage showed nothing disturbed. No indentation, no displaced air. Just the couple, sleeping peacefully, utterly unaware. A cold dread washed over them. They realized the cameras hadn't just been watching. They'd been recording something else, something invisible, something that moved through their sanctuary while they slept, leaving no physical footprint, no evidence of its passage, except on these stolen images. The resolution was profound and terrifying. The cameras weren't Henderson's eyes, they were its eyes. They weren't watching the Millers, they were documenting its nocturnal visits. And as the screen went dark, Mark and Sarah sat in the oppressive silence, understanding that whatever had moved through their home for years, whatever the cameras had captured, was still there. Outside, in the dark, something shifted in the shadows, broadcast by the neighbor's house, and it was watching back. That camera never sleeps. And now you'll never know who's watching. Because the camera is always on.